So it's 5:46, and traditionally around this time, I start talking about next week and what we can expect next week. Well, what do you guys already know? You know that Zeke discovered Carrie's body, so that's going to energize a whole bunch of people, especially people who used to have a sexual relationship with her. What do we know about that? We know that another murder has been committed, and that another murder has been committed by someone in our crew. And so what will take place? That'll be interesting. We know we've got a whole bunch of dead wops, right? We've got a dead chef. We've got a whole bunch of death. So all of those things have to come to play. And do we think maybe, because it's episode 9, there are going to be some more big deaths?
You heard it right there from Courtney Kemp herself. Episode 9 might give us some more deaths. So why don't we let the guessing begin? Right now in this episode, I'm going to break down who I think could possibly die before this season is over with, because someone has jealousy, lust, and rage because of the position that they would like to be in. And to support my arguments, let's go back to that Last Supper and take a look at some of the events.
It's not my birthday. It's the wrong year.
Zeke, when I called the hospital, they said they didn't have any records for an Ezekiel Cross born in 2002. But they for damn sure had one in 98.
Wait, so he's your oldest son, not me?
Yep. Someone at this table could possibly die, and we're going to break it down right now. If you're finding me for the first time, please subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on those notifications so when I drop videos, you get them. Also follow and download the Life Gains podcast, and be sure to tune in tonight as I go live for Power Talks with E-Man, movie critic, recast T'Challa, and why so many Anglo-Saxons don't want to see that happen. We're going to break it all down tonight. And I will say this to my fans, I'm just about 100% convinced that my girl, Professor Addiction, is dead. If only she would have gave me and Short Man Tate, the 5'8" and under brothers, a chance, she would still be on the show. Now let's look at some more supporting evidence of why I think this person might kill this person, and they're all sitting at this Last Supper.
But that means I broke NCAA regulations. The league's gonna think I lied about my age. That's gonna fuck up my draft. But I didn't lie. I didn't lie. You did. You lied.
Please. I'm a fucking killer you. Now you've been lying to us our whole fucking lives. I hope you had a good enough reason.
You should go.
Oh yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, I am for sure talking about Cain. And when you talk about these characters, we've got a lot of characters on this show who have biblical names. You got Ezekiel and you got Cain. And what was the story of Cain and Abel? Well, Abel and Cain. Cain was the firstborn of 2 children to Adam and Eve. He became extremely jealous, wound up murdering Abel, and that's what we have going on right here with Cain. Cain assumed he was the firstborn, and in every event with his parents, he's jealous and wants to be the most loved and number one. With his mama, he could not stand the fact that she was starting to fall more and more into a position of either need or want with Tariq, to the point where Cain, on numerous occasions, has tried to kill Tariq, tried to get Tariq thrown in jail, and gets mad that his sister let the little nigga smash. With his daddy, he does not appreciate the fact that the dad is favoring Drew to be number one in the position. And so now, ladies and gentlemen, you saw the way that boy said, so I'm not the firstborn? I think he's going to have a whole lot of animosity toward Freaky Zekey and possibly take his ass out. Now, mind you, I try to find different pieces of information across the web that could support characters leaving the show. When I first told y'all Professor Addiction was going to die, like week 2 of this show, y'all laughed at me and said it was crazy. But I had found that she was doing production in another show. Well, my man Freaky Zekey is doing albums, trying to get his music out there. And I think that's a prelude that he might be getting killed still so that he can go do his own thing. This show has put the brother on the map, and he's probably going to get opportunities all over the place, including the damn MCU. But I'm still hoping they keep him and let him go to the NBA so we can have an all-star game with these two families at each other's throats and just dealing with the trauma between having Monet go between Mecca and Lorenzo, dealing with Zeke and all the other kids. But I don't think they're going to go that far. I think we're going to see a fracturing of this entire family with Kane taking out Zeke. And if Kane does that, can you guys just imagine the mayhem and the misery he's going to cause? Because on one hand, that could be the ultimate sacrifice that he makes for Lorenzo to put him at the top of the food chain above Drew. Then on the other hand, he's supposed to be running number 1 point right now for Mecca. And I'm telling you guys, Mecca don't give a damn about Kane. Mecca is using Kane simply to keep him in the information loop with Monet. Well, now Mecca's really not going to have a use for Kane. And Daddy right now don't have a lot of use for Kane because he wants him to be number 2. What else would a hothead person do except for take out the person who's number 1 with the mama, which would be Zeke? Mecca's going to kick him out the group because he don't need him no more. And then you're going to have a war where now Kane is going to be under duress from Mecca, possibly even Monet. And then you're going to have Lorenzo and his number 1 hitter, Kane, teamed up to finish taking out Mecca. So ladies and gentlemen, post me all your comments. You think that could possibly happen? Can you see Freaky Zekey, Mr.
I didn't lie. I didn't lie. You did. You lied.
I ain't lie. You did. I ain't lie. You did. Dying. And by the way, the whole thing with the timeline, and they had a piece of paper. They had the paperwork showing Kane's birth date when they had the Ramirez report. Basically, Courtney, Kemp, and the crew said that that was a mistake on the prop people. So people just remember, this is still fictional TV, and even they are apt to having mistakes. But post me all your comments. Please, somebody support me and back me up that my girl, Professor Addiction, is alive and going to go on to influence with my boy Short Man Tate. Till that next Sexy as Hell video, thank you guys for coming. Download the podcast. Get ready for me and Mark Dart next Tuesday at noon. I will see you guys tonight at 9 p.m.